this week, I expect the energy to be so high, and I expect us to be setting the tone for the week because in few days time, let me also, say this. In few days time, someone, it could be me too. Don't be shocked though. Me say I want Benz. That's the truth. Someone will be walking home with 2070 Benz on the 27th of this month. And that is why we've actually taken this morning's topic to be talking extensively about Nest apartment, right? Because we realize that there are still some of us that we do not have the detailed knowledge about this project. And just like I've always been saying, a product you do not have the knowledge, it will be difficult for you to convince someone to come and buy. A product you do not have the full knowledge, the full details, you cannot sell it effectively, right? And that is why we are taking our time to just see how you can position yourself as a realtor, the key things you need to note about Nest Apartments. I appreciate everyone. I'm very sure that a lot of us we have gone through the brochure for Nest Apartments. We know everything we need to know. But this morning we'll just be talking about the key points, the key things you need to talk about when speaking with your prospect. Don't forget that the more units you sell, right, the more tickets you are picking up. And uh people, they've started depositing. In fact, someone sold and the person already has tickets, right? So this week holds a lot of things for every one of us, not only one person, I mean every one of us, and we all know what is at stake. So I just want to encourage us this morning that this week be very, very intentional about these two amazing projects. And we've created amazing incentive packages. Even if you sell, probably you could not win the Benz, there are still amazing things that are waiting for you, right? It will be our honor to take you out of Nigeria. I know very well that a lot of you've traveled out of Nigeria, but I want to tell you that as a salesperson, right? Your movement, your exposure should not be limited to Nigeria, because let me tell you for a fact, the things we tag as excellence in this country, the things we tag as greatness in this country, it will shock you that when you get to another country, they are tagged as average, right? They are tagged as average. So there is always a need for you not to be limited to your environment. And the opportunity to travel out lies before every one of us. What do you need to do? Just sell. That is all you need to do, right? Just sell. We want to make sure that we have international realtors. You need to see the way others are doing things out there so that when you are back, you are going to make a difference. So I want to encourage you this week, in the next few days, you need to make some intentional calls. You need to make some intentional calls. But when you are making those calls, what are the key things you need to focus on? That is what I want to discuss with us this morning, right? We have the brochure to give us the full details about the project, which I expect everyone under the sound of my voice this morning to have gone through. But this morning, we want to focus. We want to focus on the key things that you must talk about when speaking with anybody. When speaking with anybody this morning, we want to focus on the key things, right? So, just like Oyinda Mola said, if you've not registered, please make sure you do so, right? Make sure you do so. We are not doing that for the fun of it. It helps us to prepare as a company. We want to know the numbers of people that are coming so we can prepare for you accordingly. It will not make a lot of sense that people are coming from different parts of Nigeria, from Lagos, from Port Harcourt, and all of that. And you are here and you could not get a seat to convey you to site. You cannot get refreshments and all of that. So please help us to deliver very well. We are begging you. Please, can prospects come to? Yes, of course they can come. Please, you can bring your prospects to come and see the property first and live and direct. Please, you can bring your prospects. So, like I was saying, help us to help you. Help us to prepare accordingly. Help us to deliver accordingly, right? So, if you've not registered, I want to encourage you, as you are listening to me right now, you can also do that. The link has been dropped on the group. Make sure you are able to register, just to avoid stories that touches the heart, or stories like, oh, director, I could not get a seat, I could not do this, I could not do that, right? So make sure you are able to register. All right, without wasting so much of our time, I think by exactly 7:30, hopefully we are done. We are done. You know, the bench is sitting pretty at our HQ, just like I told you the day we talked about it. Where to register, please. Please, Oyinda Mola, attend to that message. The link should be sent to her. Must the prospect register to? Well, your prospect might not need to register, but you as a realtor, you are a representative, right? You are a representative. So make sure, and if you are coming with a prospect, I think they should have a part where you can indicate that you are coming with a prospect, so we can prepare for you and your prospect as well. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. Without wasting so much of our time, like I was saying, we already have the Benz. It is sitting pretty at our HQ, like we announced during the week. So it is real, guys. It is real. The video of the Benz will be dropped this morning. So you can see it has one of the finest and neatest interior I have ever seen. Guys, it could be you, it could be me. All we need to do is to put in the work. Make the effort, right? Make the effort. Try. All right. So now, like I said, what are the key things you need to pay attention to? What are the key things you need to talk about when you are selling Nest apartments this week? When you are pitching the product to your potential buyers, when you are pitching the product to your prospects and all of that, right? Now, aside from the fact that we know that Nest Apartment is located beside Lead City, I mean, it's just like a 2 minutes walk to the back gate of the Lead City. You know, we are building 55 units. You know, the title is CFO. We've applied for it and we are hopeful it should be out any moment from now. The title is CFO. And we've been getting questions like, when is going to be, when are we going to deliver the project? And I want to announce this openly that we have on or before 15 months to deliver the project, right? On or before 15 months the project is going to be delivered. We might be calling your clients at 10th month, 12th month, but the maximum month we have to deliver the project is 15 months. So I hope I've been able to address this openly, right? Okay, so if you want to sell Nest apartments this week, I want to encourage you not to approach it as selling a property. Instead, you should approach it as selling an income generating student housing investment. Do you get that? Do you get that? Is it fully furnished? No, it is not fully furnished. It is finished. Please, oh, it is. I think I'm going to give us like 10 minutes, if that time permits, for us to just ask questions around this amazing project. It is not fully furnished. It is going to be finished. We are going to finish it. You are saddled with the responsibility of furnishing it yourself, right? If you also want us to help you to furnish it, then we talk about it. So please, it is finished and not furnished. Thank you very much. Okay, so you should approach it as an income generating housing, student housing investment. Now, number one, as a realtor that wants to sell Nest apartments this week, what are the things you need to put in mind? What are the key points you need to note? Number one, you need to understand the property properly. You need to understand the product properly, which I believe everyone under the sound of my voice, you've done that. You need to understand it properly. Like if they should wake you up and they should start asking you questions about next apartment, you should be able to tell them the nitty gritty, everything about the project. That is why we have a detailed brochure that gives you a detailed explanation about the project, from studio apartment being only 22 square meters to one bedroom being only 63 square meters. You must be able, the amenities, everything about the project, right? You must be able to talk about it. Now, under that, you must be able to talk about the fact that it is a 55 units income generating studio apartment and hostel project, right? Like I told you the day we launched this project, we have a specific number out of the 55 units. Don't think we are selling the entire 55 units at the pre-launch offer. No, we have a specific number we want to sell at this very price. Once we reach that target, you will see the price, almost doubling, going up. And that is the power of early entry. So as you are pitching this product this week, make sure you are intentionally creating the urgency, right? There should be cohesion between your words. Let your words be detailed. Some of you only be having 5 or 10 minutes to make the best impression about this project. Now, if you can listen to me very well this morning, and I want to believe you have your writing materials, you are able to jot down everything I will be telling you this morning. Then you can summarize them in your own word, so that even if you have 2 or 3 minutes, you are able to tell your potential buyers the things they want to hear. You don't want to waste your time talking about the things that does not matter, right? You don't want to waste your time talking about the things they do not want to hear. And that is the essence of this class. That is why we are having this class, right? So you must be able to talk about the fact that it is a 55 unit income generating studio apartment and hostel project. Now, number two, still under the first point, understand the product properly. It is strategically located beside Lee City University. That is an already established university. It has been there. Lee City has been in existence for more than 20 years now. Is an already established university. And if you are talking about universities in Oyo State at large, if you are talking about UI, you will talk about Lee City, you talk about Ajayi Crowder, right? So it's one of the major university in Oyo State, as far as Oyo State is concerned, right? Now, the target market is primarily for, students, parents, guardians, investors seeking rental income, Nigerians in diaspora looking for passive income opportunities. This helps you to know who to target. Don't deceive yourself. Oh. There are some students that can afford at least studio apartments. They can afford it. That is the truth. I can tell you for a fact, inside that school, there are odogus that are students, they are just looking to top up their certificates and all of that. They are working, they are making good money, they are making big money, right? So it shouldn't stop you, from approaching them, talking to them and all of that. So the target market is primarily students, parents, guardians. We have investors seeking rental income, Nigerians in diaspora looking for passive income opportunities. Now, number two, don't forget number one is understand the product properly. Now, number two, which is very, very important, Number two is sell the problem it solves. Sell the problem it solves. Sell the problem it solves. You get that? You must be able to talk about the problem this project is solving. I talked about it the day we launched this project. It's not just a project myself and Dr. Shola just woke up a day that, oh, we need to do something here. There was a problem we realized. There was a problem we saw, right? So this product has a problem it is solving. And I think it will interest your potential buyers, your prospects, to know the problem it is solving. It convinces them easily. When you, as a realtor, as a consultant, you are able to talk about the problem this product is solving or is about to solve, right? Now, under that, don't start with price. That is where a lot of you are losing potential buyers, you are losing prospects. You start with price. That is not a good way to start. Don't forget, we are talking about telling them the problem this product solves. Sell the problem it solves. Now, don't start with price. Instead, start with student accommodation shortage, increasing student population, security concerns of parents, demand for quality accommodation around the campus. Do you hear that? Are you with me? Right? Sell the problem this product solves. Don't start with price. Just like I said, some of you'll be having 3, 5, 10 minutes to make the best impression of this project. Now, when you have such a very limited minute, you don't want to start talking about the price immediately. The pricing is not the first thing you talk about. Instead, you talk about the problem it solves. These are the informations that resonate with your potential buyer. It helps them to say, oh, even though I don't have the full package now, but I must be part of this project. Everybody wants to solve a problem. Everybody wants to know what they are buying. What is it going to do for me? I mean, there are a lot of real estate options out there. So the only thing that is going to appeal to them, that is going to make this project unique, is if you are able to tell them the problem it is solving. And once they know that, once they are convinced that, it is truly going to solve this problem, to drop the money is not going to be the problem. So as you go this week, as you are making those calls this week, as you are reaching out to people this week, don't forget that the first thing you need to pay attention to is to understand the property properly. You have to understand the product properly, right? You have to present it as a 55 unit income generating studio apartment and hostel project. You don't have to present it like, I want to sell a property for you. No, it makes a lot of sense when you are able to say, I want to talk to you about a 55 unit income generating studio apartment and hostel. It increases their desire. They are going to become curious. Okay, what is making it an income generating studio? They want to know more about the project. You have to talk about the location, and you have to know who the target market is. You have to know them, so you know people to talk to. Number two is you have to sell the problem it is solving. And I mentioned that don't start with price. Instead, start talking about the student accommodation shortage, the increasing student population, security concerns of parents, demand for quality accommodation around the campus. I can tell you for a fact, some of you are very familiar with LTT. I was still inside this school last week, and I could see students driving latest cars. Students being sponsored by their parents, driving latest cars, coming inside the school for exams, right? This tells you that Nest Apartments, in fact, let me be factual with you. The problem that is around Lit now, the accommodation problem. Messi, can you mute your mic? Messi, can you mute your mic, please? Messi, can you mute your mic? All right, thank you. Now, the problem of accommodation around Lit City now, Nest Apartment, this phase one is only going to solve part of the problem. The problem of accommodation is so big that this 55 units is only going to solve part of it. Hence, the need for phase two, phase three, phase four, and phase five. Even up until phase 5, the problem has still not fully been solved. So this positions this phase 1 for immediate returns. Anybody that secures it, you don't have to stress, right? Because it's a lingering problem around licity as I speak with you right now. So if you are pitching it to anybody and you are not able to talk about these things, you just notice that they are not interested. So as you go this week, these are the things you should focus on. Just like I told you, licity is having over 25,000 students, and we still realize that over 65% of them are staying off campus. They are staying at far places, remote places, that if they are having lectures by 8 a.m., they might have to be leaving their house as early as 6:30, 6:45. How about them having a place that even if they are having lectures by 8 a.m., they can still leave the comfort of their room by 7:50? 7:50. Students like that, they tend to assimilate on time, they tend to enjoy their academics and all of that. Next apartment is about creating a thriving environment for students to excel in their academics. These are the things that parents want to know about. These are the things that potential investors, they want to hear about. What is Next Apartment doing? Next Apartment is set to create a thriving environment for students to excel in their academics. And they will ask you how. These are the analysis they want to hear. So as you go this week, you are not selling land banking, and you cannot present it as such. Next Apartment is a commercial real estate project. It is not a land banking project. So you don't want to present it as such. You need to be able to give proper analysis. You can go on to make more research, right? Let there be synergy between the things you are going to tell them, because the more you are able to present the project properly, the higher your chances of closing them. That is the essence of this class. So you can know what to tell them, right? You must be able to give proper analysis. As I speak to you, there are very high demand for quality accommodation around the campus, and that is what Next Apartment is about to do. Quality accommodation. It will shock some of you that by the time this project is being delivered, we are going to get very much more than the projections we have. Because students will see this project, they will see the amenities, they will see everything inside the project, and they will be like, no, this is an environment I have to be. It will not be for 1% of 1% of licity. Are you getting that? It is just 55 units. It is not going to solve the accommodation problem they are having around that axis, but it is going to be part of it. And I won't be surprised if lecturers, they also want to be part of this. If PhD students, they also want to be part of this project. If master students, they also want to be part of this project. Is a very unique project. I know what I'm saying. And you must be able to talk about it. There is high demand for quality accommodation around the campus. I was privileged to talk to, few lecturers, and every one of them, they were just like, oh, this is an amazing project. This is an amazing project by Landnest. This is what we've been looking for. This is a unique project. We are suffering for this. We have been longing for this. If lecturers could say that, what does that mean to you? What does it mean to you? I mean, there are so many students out there, they want privacy, they want comfort, they want luxury. That is what Next Apartment is about to give them. So when you are pitching this project to potential buyers, you position yourself as someone that has done the survey. Don't say the company actually did the survey and all of that. No, they are not going to get convinced like that. Whatever you are telling them might not make sense to them. You position yourself as though you've done the survey. And that was why I was telling you that you can actually fact check me, right? You position yourself as if you were the one that did the survey. You are talking with proper analysis, with correct analysis, and you can tell them to fact check you. It convinces them easily. Don't forget, we have this week. Me, I want to win Benzo. I don't know about you, right? Number one, understand the product properly. Number two, sell the problem it solves, right? Now, still under that, we have Lee City University. Lee City University. I love that spirit. Someone just said, I think I'm selling one unit. The inspiration is coming now. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. Lee City University continues to attract thousands of students, and accommodation remains a major need around the institution. Look at that. Who continues to attract to students? And let me shock you, students Licity is actually attracting. They are not only in Oyo State, oh. As far as entire Nigeria is concerned, from every state, from the entire 36 states in Nigeria, you will find them inside Licity. You will find them inside Licity. They are inside the school. But there is one problem that they are all battling with. It is accommodation. It is accommodation. So please, when pitching this project this week, know what to talk about. Number one, understand the product properly. Number two, sell the problem it solves. Don't start with price. Instead, start talking about the student accommodation shortage, the increasing student population, security concerns of parents, and demand for quality accommodation around the campus. And number three, sell cash flow, not bricks. Listen, sell cash flow, not bricks. Many investors are not interested in owning another piece of land or another piece of projects. What they want, listen, what they want is number one, monthly income, annual rental returns, occupancy driven cash flow. Your conversation should sound like this is not just a property purchase, it is buying into a business that earns from students' accommodation, right? Now, just like I said, some of you are going to have 5 or 10 minutes to make the best impression. Make sure you are able to summarize everything I'm talking about this morning, right? Because it stands to convince them easily. You don't want to be talking about things that does not matter at all. Something is at stake. There is a Benz that wants to be won. I'm very sure that the Benz is tired of being packed right now. The Benz wants to go round. That means the Benz wants to be won. So know the things to talk about, what your investors are interested in, what you can use to get their attention, what you can use to catch their attention. Could be you talking about the fact that this is not just another property purchase. It is them buying into a business that earns from student accommodation. This same last week, someone asked me, how are we sure that students will pick it up? These are the analysis I used. Talk with numbers, talk with correct analysis. And so you can boost their confidence. You can tell them to fact check you. You can tell them everything I'm telling you, you can actually make your own research too. Just so to boost their confidence, right? These are the things you and I need to do this week, right? That is number three. I'm trying to speed up now because of our time. Number four, know the investors' questions. Know their questions. There is something I do. At times, I put myself in the position of an investor. What does that help me to do? It helps me to ask myself investors' questions, and I'm able to provide answers before picking my phone to call people, right? What are the likely questions you are going to get? Questions like, what is the expected return? What is the expected rental income? Yes, we have it in the brochure, but you have to familiarize yourself with these numbers. You have to familiarize yourself with these projections. These are the things they want to hear. Who manages the facility? You don't want to be asked that question, and the next thing you are doing is, oh, give me 1 minute. Let me call the director. Give me 1 minute. Let me check the brochure. It will not help you this week. It will not help me this week. So familiarize yourself with these projections. Familiarize yourself with these numbers. When you are talking to a potential buyer and you are able to address their concerns on the spot, they see you as a professional realtor. They see you as someone they can trust with their money. It increases their confidence. It increases their confidence. It boosts their morale. And you have the shortest period of time to close that transaction. So let us help ourselves this week, right? Let us help ourselves. It doesn't cost you anything. Under 10 minutes, go through the brochure and familiarize yourself with these numbers, right? They will be asking you questions like, what is the occupancy projection? Who are those that will be occupying the project? How will they occupy it? How close is it to Lead City University? They don't want to ask you that, and you are like, if you trek, it should be around 10 minutes. If you are driving, don't guess. Have the actual numbers. Talk based on the actual numbers, right? What amenities will be available? Don't forget, we are talking about the likely questions they will be asking you. What amenities will be available? They don't want to ask you this particular question, and you are like, oh, let me check the website. Let me check the brochure. These are answers that should be ringing on your head as an intentional salesperson that is determined to sell 2 to 5 units of Nest apartment this week. Now, how are returns distributed? What happens during long vacations? These are likely questions you will get. What security measures are in place? They will ask you. I took someone on an inspection to Nest residence last week, and that was the first question. With the lingering security issues in Oyo State, what are the security measures in place? They will ask you. You don't want to get that kind of a question, and you are like, security measures in place, we will think about it, we will solve it. No, you don't want to do that. So get yourself prepared for questions like this, so that as they are throwing the questions at you, you are giving them a proper, a convincing, and a detailed response, hence boosting their confidence, right? You must be able to attempt or attend to all questions professionally. They might also ask you, is there an exit strategy for investors? These are the questions they will ask you. And I want to encourage you to make sure that you get yourself prepared for these questions. Yes, we are moving. I'll make sure I conclude this before 7:30, 7:35. All right, number 5. We've talked about 4. Number 1, understand the products properly. And just like I mentioned, I said, don't approach this property as if you want to sell this product like selling a property. It should be approached as selling an income generating student housing investment. Number 2, sell the problem it solves. Sell the problem it solves. Don't start with price. Start talking about the student account. They will be the one to ask you how much. Have you ever found yourself in that situation, right? Whereby they will be the one to ask you, so how much? Because you've already fueled their hunger. They are hungry to know how much. You've provided them with enough information, right? When you talk about the accommodation shortage, the increasing student population, security concerns, and all of that, and you're able to address, they'll be the one to ask you how much. Number 3, sell cash flow, not bricks. Number 4, right? Know the investors' questions. Now, number 5, focus on location. Focus on location. Nothing stops you from knowing the precise minutes to major landmarks. There is everything inside the brochure. Familiarize yourself with it. You must be able to know the precise minute, so that when you are opportune to talk to them, you are able to tell them, oh, it is so minutes from this, it is so minutes from this, it is so minutes from this. It increases their confidence. Location is one of the strongest selling points. Emphasize the proximity to Lee City University. Please, you must emphasize on this. You must emphasize on this. I mean, if you are saying it is beside Lee City, tell them the proximity, tell them the walking distance, tell them the precise minutes so they know, right? Talk about the ease of access. Talk about it. You must be able to talk about the high student traffic, consistent yearly intake and returning students. When you have a property located beside an established university, then you are positioned for like forever income access. You are positioned for it. It's as simple as that. Lee City is an established university. Over 20 years of operation. They are still there. Now, when you have a property beside it, unless you decide to sell the property, you are positioned to be generating income forever. As long as they keep accommodating students, as long as they keep, admitting students, there will be need for accommodation. There is no other way around it. So you must be able to talk about these things. Now, number 6, because of our time, create urgency. This is very important too. This week, you must be able to create urgency. Don't forget, you are a professional consultant. All of these things I'm talking about, could land you several deals. Several deals. You must know the right things to say at the right time. Create urgency. Realtors should constantly communicate limited numbers of units. Limited number of units available. We only have 55 units available. And just like I told you, we have a number, we have a target we want to sell at pre-launch. So you must be able to talk about it. Don't give them the impression that if they fail to make the move now, probably in 3 or 5 months' time, they will still have it available. No, it is your job to professionally create the urgency. You are not trying to pressure them, right? There is a thin line between creating urgency and pressuring your clients. And as a professional consultant, you must be able to know the difference between pressuring them and creating the urgency, right? You must be able to talk about the limited number of units available, early bird advantages. This is the cheapest you ever see a unit selling. 19.99 million for studio apartment and 29.99 million for one bed. This is the cheapest you ever see it. So you must be able to talk about the early bird advantage. People that are coming in early, they have an advantage. And what is their advantage? They are paying less. They are paying less. They are paying less. And one of the best ways to maximize enough profit in real estate is to enter it early, is to buy early, buy during promo, buy during pre-launch. In a nutshell, the best time to buy real estate products is to buy it early. So you must be able to talk about the early bird advantages. Now, you must also be able to talk about price appreciation potential. Price appreciation potential. Don't forget that we are trying to create an urgency here. So you must be able to talk about the projections. Okay, in few months' time, one bedroom unit is going to be selling for this. I think we have all those informations inside the brochure. It will be selling for this, so they can also do the math. Allow them to do the math. Allow them to do the calculations themselves. I hope you are with me. So you must be able to talk about the price appreciation potential. Now, you must also be able to talk about the first mover advantage. The first mover advantage. For those of you that will be bringing your prospects to sites on Saturday, make sure you've provided them with enough information. Their coming on Saturday should just be for confirmation. Because I know that on the spot, some of you, your clients will be making payments. You must have done your own part by giving them detailed and accurate information so that the only thing they want to do on that day is just to confirm if the project actually exists or not. so that once they get there and they are able to see it, they are able to confirm everything you've told them, they are making payment on the spot. Who knows? You will also be getting your tickets and you'll be eligible for the raffle draw, right? So people buy faster when they understand that waiting could cost them more. Do you hear that? People buy faster when they understand that waiting could cost them more. So, as a professional consultant, let them know that waiting could cost them more. Establish that. Make sure you talk about it. Now, number seven, quickly, use numbers in your presentation. I talked about this already. Use analysis, use numbers. Investors respond to figures. Do you hear that? They respond to figures. So as you pitch this product this week, as you go about selling Nest Apartment this week, make sure you use numbers in your presentation. Talk about the fact that the number of units we are building there is 55. Talk about student population around the axis. Make sure you are talking, let it be ringing on their head. Let them do the maths, right? Let them be able to do the maths. Talk about the student population around the axis, the accommodation demand. Talk about the accommodation demand too. It's very, very important to talk about it. You must be able to talk about the projected occupancy and the potential annual income. These are the important informations your investors wants to hear. Number seven, all right, still at number seven, using numbers in your presentation. Numbers make the investment feel real. Look at that. Numbers make the investment feel real. Next Apartment is a real project, but it is important that when talking about it, you are talking with numbers so it feels real to them. Now, number eight, position it as a commercial investment. Next Apartment should be presented alongside hostels, shortlets, student housing, commercial real estate. Now, if you have any potential buyer or prospects, talking about the fact that, oh, I would like to use this for shortlet, is also available. They can use it. So you must be able to position it as a commercial investment, right? It's not only meant for students. Some will be buying their units and they will feel like, oh, they might feel like they will earn more if they position it or they are using it as shortlet. Let them know that that window is open. Let them know that it is allowed for them to do that. So you must be able to position it as a commercial investment, not as a typical residential, investment. No, position it as a commercial investment from hostels or hotels to shortlets, student housing, commercial real estate. Now, number nine, you also have to leverage on social proof, right? Yes, the construction is about to commence, but I think last week I was on site and I met some of you guys, some of our realtors. They've been able to locate the place themselves. They were doing videos and all of that. Full activities is about to commence. Make sure you are able to take site videos showing yourself. Now, on Saturday, some of you just need to do it. Show yourself. Ask someone to help you. Use your phone. Make site videos, 2, 3, 4 minutes. Combine it with the company's video. Put it out there. Let them see it. Let them see it. Right? You must also be able to talk about the project Landnest has been able to embark on, the building project, how we are faring, what we've been able to do, just so it increases their confidence. Don't let me lie to you. This industry we all find ourselves, the name has been soiled to a very good extent. So you need to go extra miles to convince them. Few of them, they've gotten their fingers burnt. So you need to put in the work to convince them. People trust what they can see. People trust what they can see, right? So make sure they are able to see it. Make sure they are able to see it. Now, the last one, because of our time, master a one-line pitch. Master a one-line pitch. The essence of all of this is you are able to have a one-line pitch so that even if you have 1 minute or 2 minutes to make the best impression about the project or to talk to a potential buyer, you are still able to talk about the key points, the important things they need to hear, why they need to buy this project, right? You must be able to master a one-line pitch. Let there be cohesion in your words. Let there be synergy in your words. Let it be convincing enough. Nest Apartment is a purpose-built student accommodation investment beside Lee City University that allows investors to earn passive rental income from one of the most consistent housing markets in Oyo State and Nigeria. Have a one-line pitch. Master a one-line pitch. It is very, very important. You must be able to explain the demand, the income potential, the location advantage, and the management structure. This week, everything, I've mentioned 10 things everybody needs to pay attention to now. I'll be running them through again before I now give us like 5 to 10 minutes to ask questions, right? Number one, understand the product properly. Understand the products properly. That's number one. Number two, sell the problem it solves. Guys, this is very important. Sell the problem it solves. Don't start talking about the price. Instead, start talking about the student accommodation shortage, increasing student population, security concerns of parents, demand for quality accommodation, and all of that. Then number three, sell cash flow, not bricks. Number four, know the investors' questions. Number five, focus on location. Number six, create urgency. As you go this week, create urgency. Number seven, use numbers in your presentation. Use numbers. Use numbers is very, very important. Use analysis in your presentation. It helps you and it convinces them easily. Number eight, position it as a commercial investment. Hotels, shoplets, student housing, commercial real estate. Number nine, leverage on social proof. And the last one, master a one-line pitch. I sincerely hope this helps, right? I sincerely hope this helps because we have a great week ahead of us. On Saturday, someone will be winning so big, right? Every one of us will also be winning. If you are unable to win on Saturday, there is still something great for you to win. So I want to encourage you, Nest Apartments and Nest Residence, they are the best products you can see in Ibadan right now. They are the project of the week, and we need to sell it. We need to sell both aggressively. If you are just joining us and you've not registered for Saturday, I want to beg you, I want to encourage you to make sure that you register so we can prepare properly for you. If you believe, and this morning's class, has actually fueled your interest in selling Nest Apartments, I want to see your reaction. If you believe, if you are motivated this morning already that you are going to sell Nest Apartments, I want to see your reaction. I can only see two people's reaction. Are you telling me that we only have two people in this class that believes that they are going to sell Nest Apartments with the information available to them, with the information made available to them? Are you telling me we only have five people? I can only see five people that are confident and motivated that they are going to sell Nest Apartments with the information made available to them this week. If this morning's class has increased your knowledge, has motivated you, send your reaction before we open the floor for questions. Send your reaction, send your reaction, send your reaction, send your reaction. Trust me, if you can follow everything that we've talked about this morning, selling Nest Apartment will become very, very easy. Don't forget that I also mentioned that the target market is primarily for students, parents, guardians. We have investors seeking rental income, Nigerians in the diaspora looking for passive income opportunities. All right. So, Oyindamola, I will be handing over to you so I can take a few questions. Thank you, everyone, for making yourself available this morning. I wish us a very pleasant week as we go about talking about next apartment to our prospects. So we have between 5 to 10 minutes to ask our
Hello, sir. I
questions.
just
Maybe we
sent a
just
question on the group chat. I just sent a question, sir, on the group chat. Could you please
okay.
shed more light on that?
It will be attended to. It will be attended to, please. We are only going to take maybe 4 or 5 questions because of our time. I want to. So I have these prospects who just want to see the broker directly. They don't have time for calls. How do I try to present this to them? Also, I noticed that the broker has the QR code that takes them directly to. Oh, the QR code. Please, media team, I want to believe, BCM, I want to believe you're on this call. Please see to that. Let the QR code be removed so it doesn't take them directly to our WhatsApp number. Please do something about that. So, Aliyu, an updated brochure will be sent to the sales partners group this morning. Kindly give the one pitch again. Okay. The last one I mentioned, the one pitch line. I talked about the fact that you have to master a one line pitch. So the one I have here is Nest Apartment is a purpose built student accommodation investment beside Leeds City University that allows investors to earn passive rental income from one of the most consistent housing markets in Oyo State and Nigeria.